I decided to transfer schools with my childhood best friend to stand by him through the bullying. But the day before we were set to file the transfer papers, he backed out, and outside the door, I heard him laughing with his buddy. Dude, faking being bullied just to dump Alyssa? That's cold. Sean scoffed, unimpressed. She's been glued to my side 24/7, so annoying. This worked out perfect. My blood ran cold, my body freezing in place. Every word he'd spoken over the past month, about being cornered, humiliated, hurt, it was all a lie. I'd fought for him, even when he'd been doused with a bucket of ice water, his face ashen as he clung to me and trembled. I can't do this alone. In that moment, I'd agreed on the spot, blind to the truth. I never thought our decade-long bond was just an elaborate scheme to get rid of me. Inside the booth, his friend kept going. Alyssa's crazy about you. What if she meets someone else when you're gone? Sean let out a sharp laugh, his tone dripping with contempt. Her? She's as loyal as a dog. She'd take a punch for me without flinching. You really think she'll stop loving me? Harsh laughter erupted, and I clenched my fists so tight my knuckles whitened. Then he dropped the bombshell. Besides, Esther can't even stand being around Alyssa. I did all this for her. My mind went blank, every piece of the puzzle clicking into place in an instant. Esther, the new girl, had started at our school a week before Sean's bullying act began. They'd torn me down, and Sean hadn't just let it happen. He'd nodded along, agreeing with every word. In that second, I wanted to kick the door open and confront him face to face, but my mom's voice echoed in my head. Don't waste a single second on people who don't deserve it. I turned and walked away, resolute. A sharp pain stabbed at my chest, but Sean had crossed every line long before this point. 2 days before we were supposed to transfer, he dragged me to a local dive bar, leaned in, and kissed me out of nowhere. I trembled and asked, what does this mean for us? He'd kissed my forehead, soft and sweet, and said, silly girl, what do you think? That vague, tender answer was just a cheap trick to make space for Esther. I laughed, tears streaming down my face. Sean had it all wrong from the start. He was just a bastard son of the Page family. I was the sole heir to the Wiley group. We'd never been in the same world. Staring at my tear-stained transfer application, I tore it to shreds without a second thought. Then I called my mom. Mom, what's the name of that prestigious international boarding school you mentioned before? Yeah, I'm going alone. After hanging up, a brighter, bolder figure popped into my head, the boy who'd once smirked and said to me, Alyssa, I bet you'll dump Sean for me one day. Then a knock sounded at the door. My whole body tensed. I lived alone in this apartment, and the only person who knew the smart lock code was Sean. I opened the door. It was him. His voice was as soft and gentle as ever. Why didn't you come to the send-off? I was worried about you. My face was blank. Stomach ache. I moved to close the door, but caught a glimpse of someone hiding behind him. Esther. She flinched when she saw me. In an instant, Sean pulled her into his arms and snapped at me. Alyssa, you scared her. There was that pathetic little act again. I hadn't done a single thing. My expression turned ice cold. I told you never to bring strangers to my place. Sean's brows furrowed. Esther isn't a stranger. Before I could speak, Esther's eyes welled up with tears. I'm sorry. I know you look down on me, but I swear I shower every day. I won't mess up your place. Sean glared at me, furious. She doesn't have money, but she's not what you think she is. I'm so disappointed in you. Then Esther tugged his sleeve, her voice small and hurt, adding fuel to the fire. She said you two